Welcome back, my beautiful Alpha family. Today is not just another day. It's a defining moment, a shift, a moment when we rise from the shadows, stronger, more focused, and more powerful than ever before. You've been through hell and back, each step a battle, each challenge a test. But here you stand, not just surviving, but thriving. The ones who thought they had control over you, who plotted and schemed behind your back, thought they could break you, destroy your spirit, erase your purpose. They didn't realize something. They didn't realize they were just preparing the very foundation for your resurrection, for your revenge. They planned your downfall, but you reversed the game. How many times have they whispered in your ears, told you that you weren't enough? How many times have they laughed at your ambitions, belittled your dreams, and told you that your success was impossible? They thought they knew you, thought they could predict your every move. They thought they understood the depths of your pain, the extent of your struggles. But they were wrong. You're not the person they thought you were. You're not some fragile shell waiting to break at the slightest touch. No. You are something they could never comprehend. You are relentless, unbreakable, and capable of achieving things they couldn't even fathom. The moment they underestimated you, they sealed their fate. They had their plan set in motion, didn't they? They had their strategies, their tactics. They thought they could manipulate, control, and break you. They thought they could take everything from you, the relationships, the confidence, the purpose, the power. But what they didn't see, what they couldn't understand, was that everything they did to try and tear you down only made you stronger. Every betrayal, every lie, every attack they launched at you only added fuel to the fire inside you. They gave you the motivation you needed, not to quit, not to break, but to rise above it all and crush the very foundation of their plans. You see, their mistake wasn't in trying to destroy you. No, their mistake was in thinking they could. Because you've learned something that they will never understand. You've learned how to turn their actions against them, how to flip the script, how to play their game better than they ever could. You've become the master of the battlefield, the architect of your own fate. While they were busy plotting your demise, you were planning your ascension. And now, look at you. Look at the person you've become. The very thing they feared, the thing they tried to destroy, is now your greatest weapon. The pain, the suffering, the betrayal, it's no longer your weakness. It's your power. Do you know what it feels like to be underestimated? To be dismissed, looked down upon, to be written off as a failure before you even begin? It's a feeling that gnaws at you, that lingers in the back of your mind. But here's the thing, those who underestimate you are always the ones who will be blindsided when you make your move. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. All you need is the fire inside you, the strength that comes from knowing that you've survived every attack, every obstacle, and every attempt to break you. They thought they had it all figured out. They thought they could take what was yours, control your destiny, hold the strings of your life in their hands. But what they failed to realize is that you were never the puppet. You were always the puppeteer. You were the one pulling the strings, manipulating the game, and shaping your reality. And now, it's time for you to show the world just how powerful you really are. The people who tried to bring you down, who tried to steal your joy, who tried to sabotage your success, they'll watch as you rise. They'll see you move forward, unstoppable, relentless, and unshakable. Every step you take, every victory you claim, will be a reminder to them of their mistake. They'll watch as you become the person they never thought you could be, and they'll be forced to admit the truth. They never had control over you. You always held the power. It's funny how life works, isn't it? They think they can break you, destroy your dreams, ruin everything you've worked for. But in the end, they're the ones who are left behind, broken and defeated. Because you, my Alpha family, you don't stay down. You rise, you adapt, you evolve, you learn from every setback, every mistake, every betrayal, and you turn it into something greater. You take the pain they tried to inflict on you and use it to fuel your success. You turn their attacks into your strength, and when you rise with a force so powerful, so unstoppable, that nothing and no one can ever tear you down again. They planned your downfall, but what they didn't know is that you were always playing the long game. They were blinded by their own arrogance, by their belief that they could control you. But you knew better. You knew that their attempts to destroy you were nothing more than stepping stones on your path to greatness. You understood that the harder they tried to break you, the stronger you would become. And now, as you stand here, standing tall, standing proud, you are living proof that their plan was nothing but a failure. The thing about people who try to tear you down is that they are always looking for a quick victory. They want to see you stumble, to fall, to fail. But they don't understand the depth of your resilience. They don't see the strength that runs through your veins, and they never will, because you don't play by their rules. You don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you suffer. You take everything they throw at you and you turn it into a weapon. You turn it into your success. You reverse the game and you do it better than they ever could. Now look at what you've accomplished. Look at the heights you've reached. Look at the person you've become. All of the pain, all of the struggles, all of the obstacles, they've only made you stronger. You've learned to use everything they've thrown at you as a stepping stone, a foundation for your future success. And now, they have to watch as you soar to heights they could never have imagined. They have to watch as you break free from the chains they tried to place around you. They have to watch as you reverse the game and show them that their plan was never going to work. They planned your downfall, but you've already written the ending to the story. You are the one who controls the narrative. You are the one who determines your fate. And you've decided that nothing and no one will stand in your way. The game has changed, my beautiful Alpha family, and you are the one who holds all the cards. You are the one who has the power. And now, it's time for you to play the game on your terms. So keep pushing, keep fighting, keep proving them wrong. Keep using every setback, every failure, every attack, and turn it into something greater. Keep showing the world who you are and what you're capable of. And when they look at you, when they see what you've become, they'll know the truth. They planned your downfall, but you reversed the game. And you, my beautiful Alpha family, are unstoppable. Keep rising. Keep winning. Keep crushing it. The world is yours for the taking. It's right there, within your reach, just waiting for you to claim it. For too long, you've allowed the noise, the doubts, and the distractions to cloud your vision. But today everything changes. Today, you understand what it means to be an alpha, to be the one who walks into a room and commands attention without saying a word, to be the one who rises when others are left behind, to be the one who's not afraid to take risks, who's not afraid to make waves, who's not afraid to go after what's theirs. The world is out there, and you're no longer going to wait for permission to take it. Think back to all those moments when you were told you couldn't make it, when others laughed in your face, when the road seemed too steep, the obstacles too great, and the pain too unbearable. Do you remember those days? Do you remember how easy it would have been to give up? How easy it would have been to just walk away and let life take its course? But you didn't. You kept pushing. You kept fighting. And now, the world is looking at you in a way it never did before. You've earned this. Everything that's coming your way, you've already paid for it with sweat, with sacrifice, with blood, and with tears. The funny thing is, there were people, so many people, who doubted you along the way. They didn't believe in you. They didn't trust in your potential. And they didn't think you had what it takes to succeed. Some of them even tried to hold you back. They tried to manipulate, control, or humiliate you, hoping that you would crumble under the pressure. But they didn't understand one thing. They didn't understand that you were never in this for their approval. You were never in this to be accepted, to fit in, to be told that you were good enough. You were in this for your own growth, for your own journey, and for the power that comes with owning your life and your destiny. The game they tried to play on you, the one they thought they controlled, it's over. They thought they had the upper hand because they had the numbers, the connections, or the supposed influence to bring you down. But what they didn't see was that you were never playing by the same rules. You weren't competing on their field. You were creating your own. And now, as you stand here today, you realize that the only competition you've ever had was the person you were yesterday. That's who you're up against, not them, not anyone else. You're fighting against the version of you who used to doubt, the version of you who once thought giving up was an option. That person doesn't exist anymore. You've evolved beyond them. Look at what you've accomplished in the face of adversity. Every time they threw a stone at you, you built a castle. Every time they tried to break your spirit, you turned it into fuel for your fire. They didn't realize that the harder they tried to push you down, the more resilient you became. It wasn't their attacks that broke you. It was their underestimation of your power that cost them everything. They tried to diminish you, but instead, they only made you stronger. They pushed you to places you never thought you could go. They unknowingly forced you to become a version of yourself that no one, not even you, saw coming. And now look at you. You've leveled up. You've outgrown the limitations that they placed on you. You've shattered the chains they tried to put around you. And now, they have to watch as you walk forward, not with hesitation or doubt, but with complete and utter certainty. You've earned your place at the table, and you won't let anyone take it from you. You've fought too hard, too long, and sacrificed too much for anyone to think they can control you again. They may still talk behind your back, whispering about how you don't deserve the success you're achieving, or that you got lucky, or that it's only a matter of time before it all falls apart. But what they don't understand is that success isn't some fleeting moment. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. And once you've acquired that mindset, no one can ever take it from you. You've learned the hard way that the road to success is never smooth, that the people who pretend to be your friends are sometimes the ones who will turn on you the fastest, and that failure is not the end. It's the beginning of something greater. You're not afraid of failure anymore. In fact, you welcome it, because you know that failure is the raw material out of which your greatness will be forged. When they look at you, what they see is someone who's been through the fire and come out stronger. What they see is someone who refuses to let anything, anyone, define their value. What they see is someone who has mastered the art of survival and turned it into the art of domination. They think they know you, but they have no idea what you're truly capable of. They have no idea that the very thing they feared most, your strength, was only just beginning to reveal itself. And now that you're here, at the top, it's time to make your move. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to justify your actions. You don't need to seek anyone's approval. All you need to do is keep moving forward, one step at a time, with purpose, with vision, and with the unwavering confidence that you are meant to be here. For so long, you let them dictate your reality. You let them determine your worth. You let them define the rules of the game. but no more. You're the one in control now. You're the one who writes the rules, who sets the standard, who defines the terms. No one can tell you what's possible anymore, because you've already proven that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You've already shown the world that you are unstoppable. And the best part, you've only just begun. There will be new challenges ahead, new obstacles, new people who will try to test you, try to undermine you, try to convince you that you can't keep going. But here's the truth. Every challenge, every obstacle, every doubter is just another opportunity for you to prove your strength. You were made for this. You were made to face adversity and rise above it. You were made to take on the world and claim your place at the top. And no matter what comes your way, you will stand tall, unwavering, and unstoppable. Now, as you look ahead, understand that the world will try to shake you. It will try to break you. It will send storms, floods, and earthquakes your way. But you have something that no storm can take from you. Your mind, your spirit, your will to succeed. You've faced the worst, and you've come out on the other side stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. The people who doubted you, they're nothing more than a distant memory now. The pain you've experienced, it's a part of your history, but it doesn't define you. What defines you is your ability to rise, your ability to fight, and your ability to turn every setback into a setup for your next big win. So as you continue your journey, remember this. You've already won. You've already defeated the odds. You've already shown the world that you are a force to be reckoned with. And no one, not one person, not one obstacle, not one setback, can take that away from you. The world is yours for the taking. All you have to do now is claim it. Step into your power, own your success, and watch as the world bows down to you. This is your time. This is your moment. Take it, run with it, and never look back. You've earned it. The world is yours for the taking. And now, as you stand at the edge of your destiny, you must understand one fundamental truth. Your future is no longer in anyone else's hands but your own. Every moment you've endured, every obstacle you've overcome, every tear you've shed has led you to this point. This is the moment when you take what's yours. No one will give it to you. They don't have to. You've worked for this. You've bled for it. Every setback, every betrayal, every failure has only brought you closer to the peak. And now, as the summit approaches, you must be ready for the final stretch. The world is wide open, and it will wait for no one. The question is, are you ready to take it? Are you ready to claim what has always been yours? For too long, you've allowed the doubts, the criticisms, and the negativity of others to dictate how you see yourself. They said you couldn't do it. They said you didn't have what it took. They laughed at your dreams, doubted your ability, and told you to be realistic. But what they didn't understand is that you never needed their approval. You never needed anyone to tell you that you were worthy, because deep down, you always knew you had it in you. The very people who sought to diminish your value were the ones who unknowingly fueled the fire inside you. Every rejection, every snub, every attempt to bring you down only added strength to your resolve. Every time they said you couldn't, you turned that into a reason why you must. But let's be clear, none of this was handed to you. There was no easy road, no shortcuts, no guarantees. You chose to fight. You chose to get up when everyone else stayed down. You chose to push through when your body begged for rest and your mind questioned whether it was worth it. And that's why you're standing here today, because you refuse to accept defeat. You refuse to let the circumstances define you. You took every challenge, every setback, and you turned it into a tool of your own empowerment. The game they tried to play with you, the one they thought they could control. You flipped it on its head, and now they're forced to watch as you rise. You've reached the point when nothing can stop you. Nothing. The people who doubted you, the ones who thought they had your number, the ones who tried to hold you back, they're irrelevant now. They can watch from the sidelines as you dominate, as you rise to heights they never thought you could reach. But their opinions don't matter anymore. You've gone beyond them. You've gone beyond their limited thinking. And the truth is, they can't even begin to understand how you did it, because you didn't follow their rules. You didn't bend to their narrative. You didn't stay in the box they tried to put you in. Number, you broke free. You carved your own path, and now it's time to walk it. And when you do walk that path, let me tell you, it won't be easy. No journey to greatness ever is. There will be days when you feel like you can't go any further. There will be moments when it seems like the world is conspiring against you. There will be setbacks that feel like they will break you. But let me remind you of something crucial. Those are the moments that will define you. Those are the moments when your true strength will shine through. The world is going to test you again and again, but every test is simply a stepping stone to your destiny. Every obstacle is just another lesson in resilience, in strategy, in determination. When you face adversity, you don't back down. You don't run away. You don't make excuses. You face it head on, knowing that this challenge, this obstacle, is nothing compared to what you've already overcome. You've been to the depths, you've fought the battles, and you've stood firm when the world tried to break you. So when the storm comes, you'll stand tall, unshaken, because you know that no matter what comes your way, you are more than capable. You are not the person they tried to destroy. You are the person who has learned, grown, and evolved with every challenge that came your way. And now, the world is about to see just how powerful you are. You must never forget this. There is no one on this earth who can dictate your worth but you. The power lies in your hands. The choices you make, the steps you take, will all determine how high you can rise. It's easy to look at the success of others and wonder how they got there. It's easy to compare your journey to theirs. But remember, their path is not yours. Their struggles are not yours. Their victories are not yours. The world is yours to conquer in your own unique way. And the path you've taken, the one that's been marked with hardship and sacrifice, is the one that will lead you to greatness. It's the only path that matters. You've made it this far because you refuse to listen to the noise. You refuse to accept the limitations others tried to impose on you. You saw your potential when no one else did, and now you're in the perfect position to take your place at the top. Every step you've taken, every decision you've made has brought you closer to this moment. And now it's time to finish what you started. The world is out there, ready for you to claim it. It will be yours for the taking, but only if you continue to push, to strive, to refuse to let anything or anyone stand in your way. When you look back at where you came from, let it fuel you. Let the struggles, the setbacks, the failures remind you of how far you've come. Let the people who tried to hold you back, the ones who doubted you, the ones who laughed at your dreams, they will all be a distant memory. The world doesn't revolve around them. It revolves around those who take action, those who refuse to let fear or doubt control them. It revolves around those who are willing to fight for what they want. And that, my Alpha family, is you. You are the ones who will take what's yours. You are the ones who will walk through doors that were once closed to you. You are the ones who will redefine what it means to succeed. Do not waste time wondering if you are ready. You are ready. You were born for this. Every single hardship, every single challenge, every moment of self-doubt and pain, has prepared you for this. You've been molded into the person you are today because life knew you were capable of greatness. The universe knew that you would rise when others would fall. And now, it's your time. No one can take that from you. Remember this. The world may throw obstacles your way. It may try to slow you down, to break your stride, to convince you that you aren't enough. But you know better. You know your strength. You know your worth. And you know that there is nothing that can stop you. The world is full of opportunities, but only those who are bold enough to claim them will ever experience their full potential. The world is yours for the taking. And you, my beautiful Alpha family, are more than ready to take it. Stand tall, stand proud, and take your place at the top. There's nothing that can stand in your way. Nothing. The world is yours. In conclusion, the world is yours for the taking because you've earned it. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt has only made you stronger. You've proven that no one can define your worth or control your destiny but you. Now, it's time to rise to your full potential and claim what's rightfully yours. Never forget, you are unstoppable, unbreakable, and destined for greatness. The world is waiting for you to take it, so step forward with courage, confidence, and unwavering determination. This is your time. Own it.